What's up, peeps? We're back, and this is Movies and More, episode 4 on the AEW Insider. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benz, and let's get to some movie news. What happened last week, what's coming out this week, plus a bunch of trailers that been dropped. Disney had their 23 Expo where they released a bunch of stuff for their streaming channel and everything. So definitely, let's check this all out, and we'll see what we got. All right, this weekend's box office, we do have Angel Has Fallen, which took number 1. If you're saying whoa, I'm saying whoa too. I didn't even think that thing would break the top 5. It's fucking insane that it took number 1. But it's making money, so there will be more. This is the third, so expect more Angel Has Fallen. That's number 1. It actually took out Good Boys, which is insane. I know Good Boys is going to hold on to it for a couple weeks. Good Boys was number 2. Number 3 is a movie called Overcomer. It is a faith-based film. It is the third largest opening for the faith-based Kenneth brothers. These guys are directors, I guess, who make these God movies. Number 4 was The Lion King, still holding strong. Number 5 was Hobbs and Shaw, still holding strong. Which blows my mind is that number 6, its first weekend out, is Ready or Not. It made no fucking money. I've been waiting to watch this movie for like 8 months now. It looks fucking awesome. It's insane. This is exactly why it's not online yet, because nobody went to fucking see the thing over the weekend. So it's fucked up. But it's crazy. It had a great new twist on the horror genre. You know what I mean? Horror, comedy, thriller, what have you. I loved it, man. It thought outside the box and nobody's seen it. So once I get to see it, I'll have a review for you. All right, that wraps up the box office for last weekend. Opening this week, it's not much this week in the movies. We do have Don't Let Go. It looks pretty good. It's a mostly black cast film, which is awesome. I'm black and white, just saying, you know what I mean? There aren't a lot of those. But from what I see, it's mostly a black cast, and it's done by Blumhouse Films. It's about a cop who raises his niece, I believe. And one day before he gets home, they're talking on his cell phone, and somebody actually breaks into the house, and by the time he gets home, she's legit dead. So he's all traumatized. He's going through it, and I guess a couple weeks, maybe months later, he gets a phone call, and it's actually his niece on the phone. And it really is her, but she's from 2 weeks in the past before she got murdered. So they're different time zones. So they're trying to prevent her murder once again and figure out who's the one doing it from 2 different time zones, 2 weeks apart. So it looks pretty good. Then we do have The Fanatic. If you didn't have heard about The Fanatic, you're crazy. No, this movie's going to be nuts. This is actually directed by Fred Durst. That's right, Fred Durst, the lead singer of Limp Bizkit. And it's actually starring John Travolta. Not knocking John Travolta, but if you've seen his last movies, Gotti's and all that, his career was big in Hollywood and went nowhere. He had a huge resurgence again after Pulp Fiction, and now it's been pretty much in the toilet again, besides that American OJ trial shit. But he's got a movie coming out called Fanatic, and that's what it is. It's about somebody's big fan, a fan that gets insane, crazy, out of control. Probably something Fred Durst and John Travolta went through. The guy he's actually stalking is the kid from Final Destination, who I thought was dead, or the guy who played in the Stan video, Edwin Sawa, whatever. He was the one who was stalking Eminem. Well, in this movie, John Travolta's stalking him. This guy like breaks into his house. He's sitting there watching TV with him when a guy's sleeping and shit. It looks insane. So even though it's kind of a joke, like the movie isn't going to be, but people take it as a joke, I don't. I can't wait to see The Fanatic. So I don't even know if that's actually a limited release or whatever, but it does come out this Friday. Now on to movie trailers. This week was big for movie trailers. The one that surprised me the most, and to kick it off, and I have to say, oh my fucking God, it was released Saturday night, and I had no idea it was being made, but my prayers have been answered. It is not exactly what I wanted fully, but it's fucking good enough. There is a Breaking Bad movie. That's right, Breaking Bad. And it's on directly on Netflix. I don't care if it was on fucking PBS, as long as the Breaking Bad movie's being done and done by the same people, which it is. It actually is about Jesse, so it's not about Walter White. I'm pretty sure you heard Walter maybe mentioned once in the trailer, but not really. The trailer just has a guy, he looks like a strung out druggie criminal, and he's being interrogated by the cops. And they're asking him about somebody. And from what he's saying, he's talking about Jesse Pinkman. which is Aaron, I have his name, Aaron, whatever. I can't believe it's flipping my mind. But he is back, blah, 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 what have you. And he's sitting there saying, like, I'm not going to tell you anything about him after what those guys did to him and they made him cook those drugs, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to give up Jesse Pinkman. So it's about Jesse. Hopefully by the end of the Breaking Bad movie, even though it's about Jesse, Walter White will make an appearance. So for the next Breaking Bad movie, we will have them both back together because Walter White is a lot. Don't get it fucked up. But definitely check out the trailer for El Camino, and it drops this fall on Netflix. I'm super stoked. There's another movie coming out. It's called Jexi, Jexi. It stars Adam Devine from Workaholics and Michael Pena. It looks like Michael Pena is going to steal every scene he's in when he's pretty much on screen. And when you're in a movie with Adam Devine, that's kind of hard to do. But this movie reminds me of an 80s movie. It's called Electric Dreams, about this guy who got this PC, a computer, and the computer had artificial intelligence, and the computer literally fell in love with the guy. So it got jealous, started fucking up his life, fucking up his relationship with a chick he was seeing, and that's exactly what this movie looks like, but it's done in this day and age. And instead of having a computer, it's his cell phone. So picture Siri on Apple phones, you know what I mean, or Alexa, blah, blah, blah. That thing goes crazy. It gets jealous of your girlfriend. It could read your text, see your pictures, message shit, set you up, get in your bank account. So this guy has his little assistant in his phone, and it's great at first, but then it has a mind of its own and gets jealous and tries fucking up his life. So it looks very funny. Remember to check out Jexi. Now this next one, Greener Grass. I like weird out of the ordinary shit. If it's done right or cool, I'm so fucking in. But this movie, I don't know what to think. It is like Wes Anderson ate a whole sheet of blotter acid, grabbed the whole film production crew, staff, stars, what have you, and shot a movie. That's what it looks like. The colors, the characters are fucking bonkers. And it's maybe like takes place in the 50s or 60s. It looks like Pleasantville and it looks like Pleasantville and a bunch of happy on life weirdos all live together in a community. Like everybody's too happy, it's too weird, it's too bright, it's too shiny, it's fucked up. One of the things at the beginning, one of their son like falls in the water and he literally turns to a dog. He looks like a golden retriever. And he goes to school and they're treating him like a kid, what have you. And at one point this chick offers her woman her baby. I guess the woman can't have a baby and she literally offers her her newborn and a woman takes it. But it's not like it's on a sneak. That's like while they're watching one of their kids playing sports and it's a bleacher full of people. And then a couple months later she wants her baby back and the woman's not hearing it. So it just looks fucking absolutely insane. It's called Greener Grass, so check that out. Also released this week for trailer was called Bombshell. This one's got a star-studded cast. It stars Charlize Theron and some Oscar-looking makeup again, like she wore in Monster. Not as ugly, but it doesn't look like her. It has Margot Robbie and Nicole Kidman. It's based on a true life story of Roger Ailes' sexual harassment scandal. It has Megyn Kelly, Gretchen Carson, and Margot Robbie, who plays a fictional news producer. The trailer doesn't show much, but it just looks crazy. People are going nuts because Charlize Theron looks just like Megyn Kelly. She doesn't even look like her. But these three chicks look like they're going to be getting the fuck in, and it looks like a good flick. So check out the trailer for Bombshell. This one looks really good. It's called Antlers, like deer antlers. It's done by Guillermo del Toro, one of the new masters of horror, which you know. It looks pretty fucked up. The way the trailer goes, it's a boy in school telling a story. I don't know if it's for show and tell or it's story day, whatever. And he's telling a story about the three bears, the mama bear, the papa bear, and the baby bear. And then while he's telling the story, it's literally flashing the real life scenes. He's actually living this where he is at home. He lives like in a cabin in the woods, and I don't know what happened to his mom or dad, but they got infected or some shit, and they turned all evil, you know what I mean? They're like monsters. So it's really, really fucked up. And then like his teacher gets affected by it too. So it looks really, really fucked up. You know, Guillermo del Toro is really, really fucking crazy. And the boy and the teacher look terrified when he's telling it. So I don't even know what happens. But check out the trailer for Antlers. It looks really good. There's another one coming out. It's called The Torture Report. It's about a staffer, Daniel J. Jones, the real life story, and his Senate Intelligence Committee as they investigate accusations of torture by the CIA following the September 11th attacks. This film weaves together more than a decade's worth of real-life political intrigue. What a fucking star-studded cast, literally. It's got Star Wars and Girl star Adam Driver. It's got Dexter's Michael C. Hall, John Hamm, and a shitload more. It's an Amazon exclusive, and it looks wicked. I don't even like fucking movies. I like politics, but not movies about it or war movies. This thing looks good, and it's good to see what we're doing to these people behind the scenes when we always act like the victims. Not saying we were for 9/11, but I mean torture-wise, blah, blah, blah. All right, there's another one coming out called Marriage Story, and it's another Adam Driver flick. Adam Driver had 3 trailers released this week. Adam Driver is the man. This one he stars with Scarlett Johansson. This is a Netflix exclusive. It's a very good looking film. There's 2 trailers for it. One trailer has him talking about his wife gushing over her, like, I love this woman, she's the best mother because of this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's totally head over heels in love with her, and then out in the second, boom, they're in divorce court. And then the second trailer is from her point of view. This is why I love my husband, he does this, he loves being a father, boom, they're in the thing for divorce. So it kind of looks like This Is Us, even though I didn't see This Is Us, I know what the TV show's about, but that's what it reminded me of, minus the death maybe. But it looks really, really good. It's about these people who are head over love and heels, had a family, and the time when divorce comes. So definitely check out Marriage Story this fall on Netflix. Next, the trailer was dropped for Motherless Brooklyn. Now, I read this novel a few years ago. Yes, I do read. My mom used to catch me reading under the blanket with a flashlight after it was lights off in bedtime, because that's how much I love to read. I love anything Stuart Woods, like Stone Barrington, John Grisham, Stephen King, Dean Koontz. I could go on and on. Anyway, I love this book, Motherless Brooklyn, so I'm so glad some Hollywood higher-ups turned it into a film. This is also a star-studded cast. It has Ed Norton, Bruce Willis, Alec Baldwin, and more. It's about a gumshoe, a private eye, has a serious case of Tourette's. I mean, real bad. Like, he'll scream out, fuck you, all that shit. But he works for another private eye, but they're like in the gangster age back in the day. And it's his fault. He was supposed to meet his boss or do something like that, but these bad guys get his boss, which is Bruce Willis, and he actually gets shot and killed in an alley. So it's up to this private eye to find out exactly what happened. So he goes in search for it, wants to see what happened, what have you, and then all this shit happens. And Alec Baldwin plays the bad guy. So it looks really, really good. So definitely check out the trailer for Motherless Brooklyn. It looks amazing. And finally, this morning, right when I'm working, I'm glad I added it into us, a full official trailer, not a teaser trailer, not no bullshit, actually dropped for Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Or the Skywalker, blah, blah, blah. But it's part 3 of the new trilogy that they did. The trailer's over like almost 2.5 minutes long, but most of the trailer literally is just scenes and a recap of every Star Wars movies, even the shittier ones from the early 2000s. Phantom Menace, Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, even to the new ones, Force Awakens, blah, 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 and then it goes into this one. So it even shows Carrie Moss, Princess Leia who died. I was really happy to see her. It shows everybody else. It looks really, really good. But the best part of it, even though we know it's not true, at the end they show Rey, the female lead, who's going to be a Skywalker, turning, evil. And she actually has Darth Maul's fucking red double-edged lightsaber. I always love that lightsaber. It's the red one. It has one on each end. You can use it like a staff. When she's standing there looking all evil, she flicks it down, boom, got the double-edged lightsaber. It looks fucking dope. So they're implying that she will turn evil, but she's not gonna. And another good part of the trailer, they show Kylo Ren, again, Adam Driver. Third fucking trailer this week Adam Driver has in some pretty big movies. He's the man. But he comes as Kylo Ren, he puts his fucking lightsaber out, and they start having this huge battle. It looks dope. I can't wait to see it this December. I gotta talk my daughter into it again. We went to go see the last one, and she was fucking pissed. Seriously, The Last Jedi. She said it was way, way too long, and you know what? She might have been right, because a lot of people said that. But definitely check out the trailer for the newest Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker, or Skywalker. It's gonna be dope. Now, on to some streaming news. Disney is in the streaming game and they're not fucking around. They had their big expo this weekend or this week. It was D23. And it showed off a bunch of new shit they have coming out for their streaming service. Surprise shows, movies that are already filmed and ready to debut on November 12th when the app does drop. You can get just Disney Plus for $7, or you can get Disney plus Hulu for another $7. Like they have 3 tiers. You can just get Disney for $7. You can get Hulu with it for another $7, and if you want, you can get ESPN for another $7. So if you want all three, $21. Two of them $14. One of them $7. But Disney friggin' Plus looks crazy. If you just get that, you can have up to 7 people on one account, and actually 4 of the 7 can watch stuff at one time for $7 a month. That's fucking crazy. So let's get some of the shows announced and some sneak peeks. I don't have all of them, but the one I'm excited for almost the most is The Mandalorian. That's Boba Fett from Star Wars, the bounty hunter. It's his story. It's his own series. It's a TV show and about his adventures on bounties and shit like that. The trailer looks fucking amazing. Action, awesome sets, kick-ass, what have you. It's really, 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 really good. Also, Ewan McGregor took to the stage and announced that he shall be returning as Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars series. So Obi-Wan will have his own show on Disney Plus, and Ewan McGregor will reprise his roles. So it takes place back by like Revenge of the Sith and all that stuff. So that'll be cool. Marvel, they have She-Hulk, the TV show coming out, which is cool. See, even though these characters aren't debuting in the movies, at least they're debuting on TV. And if they get that big, then they're going to have their own fucking movies. They also have a thing called Noel. It's a Christmas movie. It's got this chick you guys know. Her name's Anna something or something like that. I can't stand her because she has totally huge teeth. She's an alright actress. She's from Pitch Perfect. Anna Kendricks from Pitch Perfect. But it also has Bill Hader. So these two played the kids of Santa Claus. Santa Claus has been dead or gone for some time, so it's her brother's time to take over, but he can't handle the stress. So he actually takes off for a while. She says take off for a couple of days. This motherfucker don't come back. He literally takes off. She's got to find him. So it looks funny. It's going to be pretty good. The kids will love it. So check out Noel, which will be a movie coming out on Disney Plus. Also, Marvel announced the Miss Marvel TV show and the Moonlight TV show, the superheroes. We heard about the show WandaVision, which is a Scarlet Witch and Vision mixed together. But this show is going to be fucked up, man. I'm telling you. The poster, all they released for it, it looks like the Pleasantville once again, back in the 50s or 60s. They're just in a living room. It's looking just like that. And it's just picture perfect. They're all laughing, they're all happy, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at the shadow, you can see Wanda's headdress for the Scarlet Witch. So it's not all as it seems. So that show's going to be a really, really fucked up show. And it actually will lead into Doctor Strange 2, which everybody knows it's already going to be a fucked up movie and kind of like a horror movie. So you got to check out WandaVision because I'm telling you, things are going to be going down. For the kids, they also announced Lizzie McGuire. My daughter absolutely loves that show, and she's stoked about it. I seen the trailer for the Lady and the Tramp movie. It looks all right, the live-action one. And they're even going to have Muppets. They got the Muppets license. They're going to be doing movies and shorts. So those are some of the things that are coming on Disney Plus. Plus all their old movies, plus a whole bunch of new shit. $7 a month, November 12th, people. You can't beat it. Titans, the TV show, Titans Season 2, they stream on the DC Universe app. They dropped a teaser and it looks really, really good. I love comics and cartoons, blah, blah, blah. DC sucks at it though. Their cartoons are good, their movies, but their regular movies suck. Aquaman was alright and I love Suicide Squad, but the rest suck thick for Skittles. Anyway, I remember watching Titans like the first 3 episodes a while ago. I forgot why I stopped watching it, and I started watching it again last night. I only got 3 left. I'll do a review. Titans is the fucking shit. Seriously, it's not some goody DC where nobody gets killed. Like, they'll whoop your ass, they'll kill you. There's bloods, there's bones breaking and all that. It's dope. It's about Robin, and he leaves Batman. He's ready to go on his own because even though Batman taught him everything he knew, took him in and all that, he knows that Batman only does anything he does because he looks out for himself, number one. And he's pretty much sick of being Batman's bitch, Robin. So he leaves, and then he meets up with with a bunch of the superheroes, and they kind of make a fucking ragtag team. But then there's even a new Robin who shows up, who his replacement is, which is Tim Drake, which is crazy, just like the comics, and they interact. And then there's Superboy, and in part 2 they're showing Crypto the dog. It's fucking awesome. So it's not cheesy like some WB shit, because I don't even fuck with that shit, because it's garbage after Smallville. Like, this is serious shit. So definitely to check out the trailer for Titan Season 2, and it does drop in September. I did have it written down, but I can't find it. September 9th or some shit like that. All right, real quick, some video game news. There is a game that's been out for quite a while and it's still going strong. It's called Dead by Daylight. If you haven't heard of it, 5 people play at one time. It's a horror thing. It's like some big, I don't know, some voodoo shit, some ritual. I don't know, there's some big evil force that controls everything. You're just a regular person with your own backstory, and you just wake up in this nightmare horror land. What it is that 4 people are called survivors. You can pick out up a bunch of them. Each have a different skill or perk and weaknesses, what have you. One person is the killer. Your killer also has skills and perks and shit like that. So the killer's object is to kill all 4 of you so nobody can leave, and your object as a survivor is to get away. You got to fix these generators, work together, and open up these gates to get out before you get killed. Well, they've been amazing with the DLC. They've had Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jigsaw from Saw, Ghostface from Scream, and they just released that they are dropping Stranger Things. So there's Stranger Thing DLC coming to Dead by Daylight. You get a cool school stage, maybe even a laboratory stage. If you're the killer, you get to beat a Demo Gorgon with the fucking face eating all of them. And they actually have 2 survivors. Usually they only had 1 for like per licensing, but they have 2. You get to be either Nancy or Steve. So check out the trailer on our Twitter, the AEW Insider 1, and it looks pretty cool, especially if you're a Stranger Things fan. Some news real quick. Black Panther 2 finally got a release date, and it's May of 2022. 2022. Like, really, guys? Like, I don't like Black Panther in the comic. I was not a fan of the movie until I went to go see it. I went to see it. It's fucking awesome. They did it awesome. Had a great villain, one of the best ever, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm a Black Panther fan. I know all the brothers and sisters out there, they're all like this. They all love Black Panther. They're all for it. To make it that it did so good, but to have such a cultural impact like it did have, and to have so many people following it, not to put out a trailer till 2022 is just retarded to me. But Black Panther 2 is coming out, and it is dropping May of 2022. Now, if you haven't been living under the rock, there's a chicken sandwich war going on. Popeyes has a new chicken sandwich, even though it isn't new. They had one for years. They were advertising. Chick-fil-A felt some type of way. This is legit. Chick-fil-A felt some type of way, and they got back into the chicken game too. Like, yo, fuck that sandwich. Ours is better. So there's a huge war between those two. If you try going to Popeye in the last 4 days, maybe even now, like ours, my daughter said she called last night, they don't have any till Wednesday. There's fucking lines all around the block. You can't even get in there. And then Wendy's, because they always want to be in the mix, they threw their hat into the ring. And then Bigsby's, and then fucking Wonder Burger, and everybody else. So right now there is an absolutely huge chicken fucking war. If you own a chicken sandwich war, if you own a Popeyes, you're in love and hating it too, because you're making a shitload of money and you didn't have enough product on stock. But everybody's sitting there saying which is better, the Chick-fil-A or the Popeyes. I haven't had Popeyes in years. I love Chick-fil-A, but I'll check them all out and let you know. My daughter too, blah, blah, blah. So the chicken war is fucking retarded. 3 from Hell, Rob Zombie's third flick in the House of a Thousand Rejects, the House of a Thousand Corpses series. He dropped a new poster. It's on our Twitter, so check it out. Kit Harington, aka Jon Snow from Games of Thrones, has been signed and cast in a Marvel movie. That movie coming out called The Eternals. He will be playing Dane Whitman, aka the Black Knight. The Black Knight's a pretty cool character, so that should be all right. Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, one of my favorite, I should say. The writer, Tom McLaughlin, did a sit-down with Slash and Cast, and he finally finished his new Friday the 13th script called Jason Never Dies. It's not a fan film. He talks about it like he's definitely getting it made, and I hope it does, because a few leaked details is that it takes place in the snow. fuck yes. I'm not going to act like I thought of it first, but I did see about 7 years ago, they were talking about, just an adjacent group, because that's what a fan I am, about what they could do different with Friday the 13th. And somebody said they never had it in the snow. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I've repeated it ever since. So that's really fucking cool to see that. And then also, it's an all-female cast. They have chicks ranging from 15 to 65. So it's an all-female cast in the snow at Crystal Lake, and it's done 13 years after part 6. So it takes place in 1999. He said he talked about the original ending for his part 6, Jason Lives. At the original endings, Jason's father, Elias, was supposed to show up, pay off the groundskeeper for keeping him in the son's, his wife's grave, and the son's graves, intact and clean. So that definitely hints to me that Elias is going to show up in this. And that's cool, because we never got to see him in a movie, their backstory, how abusive he was to Jason and his mother, what have you. So keep our fingers crossed, because he even talked about the video game and all that with the DLC. He said even with the lawsuit going on, they can't make the video game right now on the thing. He's saying they can make this movie. So keep your fingers crossed, man, because that's going to be fucking awesome. John Carpenter was at the Keystone Comic-Con in Philadelphia this weekend. He was asked about Halloween and the 2 sequels that are coming out and it ending, and him himself said, don't count on it ending anytime soon. As long as there is money in this, I wouldn't count on it ending. He also said you should not count on the next, Halloween 2 be the ending. And he revisited one of his classics. He said it was one of his faves. He's, about Halloween, he said, don't think it's going to be ending, which he said twice, retarded. But then he also hinted at revisiting one of my classics of him, which is They Live, which is the Alien movie starring Roddy Piper. He said he wants to make it into a TV series or a mini series, and that would be fucking amazing. They Live is the bomb. If you've never seen They Live, you've got to see it. It's an amazing film. And finally, Bill and Ted 3. The movie, I told you a couple weeks ago how hyped I am about this. I'm a huge Bill and Ted mark. Watched them all as a kid. I watched the cartoon. I even fucking liked the shitty cartoon and the fucking shitty Nintendo video game. That's how old I am. But it's amazing they actually made Bill and Ted 3. Last Saturday, the 24th, they finished filming it. It's done. Which means they got to edit it and they got to put it out. They've got daughters in this one. They got to finish that song to save the world. I'm so stoked and excited that Bill and Ted Face the Music is coming out. I cannot wait. All right. Also, as you know, I like to share shit. You can see if it's something scary, good, freaky, crazy, viral, what have you, I share it here. I share a lot of those top 5 or 15 scary videos caught on dash cams, clown sighting, what have you. So if you like that stuff, definitely check it out on Twitter. There's always good content on this channel and a podcast to keep you busy. Plus, I also do the latest pop culture, news, movies, video games, celebrity, gossip, what have you, and a lot of wrestling. So I just want to thank you guys so much. This channel's got a lot of subscribers in the last 2 weeks, so thank you very, very much. Know there's a podcast. We do have a group on Facebook. We have 2 groups. We have the AEW Insider and we have the WFW fan group. Please check us out on Twitter. It's the AEW Insider 1, as in the number 1. And then on Facebook and, YouTube, it's the AEW Insider. So I will be back with the podcast this Wednesday or Thursday. This weekend I'll have another wrestling video and movies and more video on this channel. So thank you all so much for the support. As always, I'm your host, Lee Benz, and this is the AEW Insider. Ciao, peeps.